Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 45 of my Magic Farm Let's Play series. And I'm going to apologize and warn you all at the same time right now about a bit of a cold that I've had the last several days. They've been interfering with my recording and my just general wakefulness. I've been coughing and sneezing and aching and all kinds of stuff for the last several days, and it is just generally unpleasant. So, if this episode seems a little bit rougher than usual, that's part of the reason. But I'm going to endeavor to get to work on the flight path stations, at least get the brunt of the work out of the way. That way, it's already in place, which also is going to require me to get some more wool and probably do some more breeding of sheep and harvesting of the cotton and everything. But in the meantime, I am going to go get the exact coordinates of where I'm going to be setting up the different platforms. So I'm going to go back to the main base and start setting out the flight path from there to here. And when I get those laid out, I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and in the interest of full disclosure, it has been a little bit more than a day since I have actually done anything in this world. I've been feeling pretty miserable, not wanting to do much of anything because of this head cold thing, excuse me. But I don't see any reason why you guys should have to do without my uploads just because I have a little bit of a head cold. So I'm going to continue doing some work and then record little bits and hopefully get a full episode out of this to be able to put up today, because I haven't put up a video in a little while, and I apologize for that. But I do have a couple things I wanted to show you. Well, one thing technically, and that is that I have laid out the arrangement of the flight paths. The first one, obviously, is the water tower there. Excuse me. The second one is incomplete right now because I haven't actually designed the structure up at the top, but I have some elevators here in the tree and above the tree, which will end up being a sort of Martin house, and I might even go up one level higher, so I can easily reach the village over that way. But as it stands right now, if I make sure the hang glider is equipped, and I hold forward and shift and go over this direction, it takes me over to this platform that I've set up. It also works if you don't hold any of the buttons. If you choose to not hold the shift key or just simply choose to only hold the forward key, either way you'll end up somewhere in this area. So I've tried to make it so no matter where you land, you have access to the top. I'm going to make maybe a little small village or something surrounding each of these little way stations. But from each one, there will also be an additional elevator to get up higher, so you can go back to, from here you can land at the base of that tree or on the top of the water tower. Or if you want to keep going, you can go straight out this way, and I will have a little bit better of a platform over here, but for right now it's just stairs. Then there's another elevator, of course, and instead of going into the palm tree tropical area, I decided to just skip it entirely and have the landing over here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and have like some sort of outpost on the side of the hill here. But they're going to be prettier stairs, easier to manage, but ultimately it's going to lead over to this elevator. I might move the elevator farther back that way. I haven't decided fully on that yet. But this will take you over to the top of this hill. Whoops. I let go too soon. Or if you just hit forward key and not the shift key to fast glide, which fast gliding does make you drop faster. But if you just hit the forward key, you can completely skip this mountain. But either way, this mountain is the last station before you get over to the mining outpost over here, which when it loads you'll see it. There we go. And I have several of the elevators up above here. This is going to be the elevator point. And then there's the final one up above the clouds. And then this one will take you back to the mountain when it loads. Well, I would have landed right here if I had seen it loading. It's because I'm recording. I couldn't I couldn't see the terrain. Excuse me. But I might make that go a little bit higher just so I end up higher on the mountain. For right now, I've just got these stairs so I don't have to waste food jumping. Then, of course, this one will take you back here. Using the fast glide, you can make it all the way. And likewise, using the fast glide from this, if you go directly this way, eventually it will load. Come on. There it is. And I'll make this a little bit more visible. And probably even have some little guides along the way that you can see while you're hang gliding. But this will take you up to the top. So you can glide back this direction. Land on here. And then go directly back to the base of operations. So, I've gotten a bunch of work done. Now, what I need to start working on is kind of fortifying the landing areas because don't want there to be bad guys when it's dark and all that. And also, I do need to make the takeoff points a little safer than just a single elevator block floating in the sky, because if things go wrong, you're going to fall to your death and injure yourself, and it'll be just generally unpleasant. But I'm going to try to make it so it is friendly to you guys who choose to download this, so you can get your own hang glider and wander around and go to the different points. And each of the Martin houses and waypoints will have, I guess, signs telling you what is in the direction that the door you're facing will take you. I think I said that right. Basically, if I have this as a Martin house and there's a door here, you go out this way, it'll say this direction is this waypoint, and then this direction here is another waypoint, and maybe this direction here is the third one, however many I'm going to have set up. But that's the general idea here. Now I just need to start working on making it safer and making it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing instead of just blocks. But I'm going to get working on that. Excuse me, I'm sorry about this. Hopefully I will be able to get this entire episode recorded and able to be uploaded today, because I feel horrible about not having one for you guys recently. So the next couple videos that I put up might also be a little sporadic and a little bit nasally and coughy, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to keep trying, and I think I'm past my stage of I don't want to do anything right now. So I'm going to get back to work, and I'll talk to you in just a bit. Alright, a couple of things that I wanted to take care of real quick before I got too far into my busy work with buttoning up the waypoints. I just discovered that with 9 leather you can make this thing called a leather crate, and apparently it is placeable as a block. Yes. And can I just punch it? Excellent. And it can be uncrafted back into 9 leather. So I think I'm going to start storing leather as crates. Well, that's not leather, those are stairs. Just for, I guess, entertainment's sake. It does reduce the amount of space that the leather takes up by 8/9, but I'm going to probably actually be just building things with the leather crates because they look kind of interesting. Nothing like buildings or anything like that, just maybe a little pile of crates, I don't know. But also, in my digging, I got a couple oreberry bushes, and I got some death blooms, so I'm going to go find a place to plant these, and maybe go figure out, I'll probably put these in the barn, actually, the leather crates. But I'm going to go ahead and head back to the main base and get these things lined up, and I'll be back. Alright, I got the death bloom planted, and as you might expect with a name like death bloom, it's not a pleasant flower. When you bump up against it, you get the weather effect for it looks like 10 seconds total, and it's pretty unpleasant, but thankfully it's just a few moments worth of pain. But if you don't know about it, then it's quite a surprise. But oh, I'm way over here and I don't have a way to fly over easy. Let's get up here. Yeah. As far as the oreberry bushes are concerned, ooh, I can skim across the surface of the water. That's faster. That's a nice trick with the hang glider. Water running. Keep that in mind. It helps. But the chamber that I have down here that I was going to be doing some stuff in regarding the output from the water tower there, I'm thinking that this could be an optimal place to store the oreberry bushes. But in order for them to grow and produce oreberries, they're going to have to be sufficiently dark. So I'm going to probably, let's see here. What direction is this? Actually, this might work. Far enough under the road that I don't even have to worry about that, because that's the grass up there. I think I might go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Get this set up for the oreberry bushes, and I'll be right back. Alright, this is what I've done. I put up a little wall here, and I made the floor half slabs because unfriendly mobs, I think any mobs, will not spawn on half slabs. So I can have this as dark as I want without fear of anything spawning back here. And then I have a one tall gap under both of these side walls where I can just plant the rows of oreberry bushes. And as you can hopefully see, well, I can pop a torch for a moment. This one has already started growing, and the lighting condition was just perfectly fine for them to be able to be planted. Actually, I don't know if it matters for whether you need the lighting for planting them, but I'm going to probably stick around here for a little bit and see if this crop will start producing fruit, and see if I need to make changes. So I'll be right back. Oh yeah, and real quick, I forgot to mention, I decided to put the leather crates in the barn in a nice little stack or pile or whatever you want to call it here. Yeah, I know it defeats the purpose of condensing them so it takes up less space, but I wanted to make them for visual reasons. So here we go, leather crates. But I'm going to get back to doing some little busy work and waiting for the oreberry bushes to grow, so I can stay in this area, keep the chunk loaded, and actually I should still be in chunk range of that if I'm over there at that tree. I might start working on the layout for the Martin house. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do next, and I'll be right back. Alright, I just got an aluminum oreberry, so the lighting conditions in there must be sufficient for being able to grow the oreberries, which is wonderful. One other thing that I was just thinking about, I haven't set up a new tree for the tree farm. So while I'm here fiddling around, I'm going to go ahead and get the next flavor of tree going. But before I do that, I did want to show you guys what I did between the little clips. Like I said, I designed it based on that sort of shape there, the octagon with the, there we go, with the 5 length side there, and then the 5 diagonal this way, and 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Excuse me. And then this is the platform to take off to go over to the next waypoint. I'm probably going to also have one here to go over to the forest structure that I'm going to be building over there, but that won't be for a little while. I need to make some aluminum brass in order to build the thing that I want to build over there. I'm pretty sure that from this height I cannot reach the village. I'm going to experiment with it, but in case I can't, I'm probably just going to have a single level up above to reach that, or I'll even have a midway point, another way station over there. That might work. But basically, I'm trying to make it so I can get around without having to eat food all the time. 'Cause yes, I have lots and lots of food, and I know that the mod pack is designed to make you have to try to not starve, but it's a little ridiculous if you have to spend half of your time making food. So that's what I'm trying to do, defer some of the food resource usage and maintenance. But I'm going to work on the next species of tree, and then button this up a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Alright, after a little bone mealing and a lot of patience over there, managed to get the teak species going, so now my farm has something to do while I'm busy doing the other stuff. So I just want to give you guys the update on what's going on with this before I head off to continue work on the flight paths. So I will be right back. Alright, I wanted to fill you guys in on my progress so far. First off, the teak trees are going pretty good. And also, for the most part, I have pretty much all of the waypoints ironed out for how I'm going to have them set up and fortified and all that. With the exception of one of them, I'm still kind of trying to toss around a couple of different ideas. But I'll get to that here in a moment. First off, the main one here, actually I don't know if it's going to spawn anything on top of that. The main one here will be just a central hub. Excuse me. The temple, castle, cathedral thing, whatever it is that I'm going to build over there, is probably going to be, I guess, another waypoint to, or a flight path, whatever, off in that direction. I don't know what all is past it, really. I've seen a couple things, but there might be something worth going to in that direction, so I'm going to set that up as a flight path. I have not yet scoped out a midpoint over that way for the flight path to that village. I will eventually. What I have done, however, is set up the landing points for all of the other ones. I have not set up any guide markers along the way, so if the terrain doesn't load fast enough in front of you, you might get lost. So I'm going to try to make sure I get that set up before the 50th episode. That way it's a little easier to see where you're headed. But basically, from the landing point here, I've set up a little guardrail to get up. I'll probably change it to cobblestone wall or something to make it look a little bit sharper than just a blob of cobblestone. But once you get here, and there will be a building here, I'm sure. I will figure out something. For right now, though, this is just an air access elevator. But from here, there is the access to the main base over there. You can, just under my crosshair, you can just barely see what's left of the water tower disappearing. And in this direction, oops, come on, sprint. There we go. In this direction is the next waypoint, which you can see if you have it set on far. I don't know about anything less than that. But once again, climb the stairs and you'll be brought to the next waypoint, or the next flight path area, with access to the one you just came from and access to the next one. Now, like I said, I decided to skip the palm tree area as far as a waypoint is concerned. What I might do is have a bridge coming from here, going that way, and keeping the entire palm tree area as a sort of elevated oasis kind of thing. I don't know. That might be a neat little project. Actually, I'm going to make a note of that in the main house. But before I go back and do that, let's finish this. The next landing pad will take you to this, which this intermediate one doesn't really do anything, and you shouldn't be able to walk out of it unless you happen to spawn inside the step, which I don't know why it does that. It's supposed to put you right in the middle, but sometimes it puts you offside, and you can accidentally walk off. But the objective on this one is to get up to here. Then from this, there's access to the place you just came from, and then up in the clouds, you can just entirely skip that mountain and come over to the mining outpost, which is over here. Now, oh, I missed it. What I'm going to do with this is have a notably larger structure. It's not just going to be this little dirt hut, and it'll have a nice little landing platform up there. For right now, it is just this, and it's getting to be nighttime. Let me wait for the sun to set here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Anyway, up to here, I don't have this one safe. I will do that. I just ran out of cobblestone, so I had to get get some more from down in there, and this is basically where I left off on that. But from this altitude, there will be access to anything else that I want to get access to over here, but most importantly, it's the route back to the main base of operations, and I just wanted you to see the approach coming from the other direction. Once again, same sort of style, landing platform with the stairs going up to the top. And then this next one is the one I haven't decided quite how I want it laid out. Ouch. I was thinking about incorporating something with this tree for the landing spot, but I'm not exactly sure how I could do that and make it look decent. Whatever the case may be, I'll figure it out. I don't quite know what to do with this just yet. But anyway, coming back up here, flying back in this direction, back towards home. Once again, landing platform, and I have everything as lit as I need to reasonably. I will make the area a little bit more fortified, in the, probably in a future episode or something like that. I didn't want to spend too much time on it today. I just wanted to get the brunt of it done. But then going back to the flight path here, and then finally back home to, come on, load the fire or the water tower, to the good old farm. And here we are, back home again. So that's basically what I've gotten done with the flight paths today. There is a bunch more that I'm going to be doing with those locations, and I'm going to make them more than just cobblestone blobs. I just wanted to get something in place. But what I wanted to do, let's see here. No, yes, was elevated palm oasis thing. There we go. A sort of reminder to take care of that. But I'm going to go make the area around the mining outpost a little bit safer, and then I will decide what to do next. But in the meantime, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've pretty much got everything hemmed up the way it needs to be, at least for safety purposes. I've got a little bit larger platform to land on for all these different levels, as well as a little bit bigger one up here. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, I don't know if there's anything else in any of the other directions that I'm going to be wanting to focus on. So for right now, this is going to be the way the top level is set up. I don't really have any need for anything fancier than this. The waypoint that's 2 stages over, I still have to figure out exactly how I want to set that up, but that'll be something in the future. But for right now, it has reached the half-hour mark. So I would like to say, first off, I apologize once again for having this head cold and sounding like crap right now, but it's what I'm having to put up with. I just wanted to make sure to get another video up so you guys know I wasn't forgetting about you, or giving up on my YouTube. That's not going to happen. I just have been not feeling well, so I do apologize for this, and for the sporadicness of my uploads recently. Hopefully I'll be able to be back on track again here in the next couple of days. I don't know how much longer this thing is going to last. It's driving me nuts. But I would also, along with the apology, I would also like to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to all of you new subscribers. For the newest of you, I'm sorry that you've had to join in with me having a head cold. That's horrible. But it happens to the best of us. But thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can, whether it's a written response or just a response, me talking in one of my videos in one of my series. I will eventually respond to whatever it is you have to ask about if I can. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. Also, if you have any ideas for things that you'd like to see me build in this series, like you see a biome that I've gone by and you say, hey, maybe you could do something like this, please feel free to toss me an idea. I'll see if I can tackle it. I'm interested in building things if I can. I'm not necessarily the most artistic builder, but I will definitely try to do something interesting. But I'm going to have to definitely go ahead and wrap things up here. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.